All right, so first of all, thank you for reaching out to me, requesting for a reading. It's very much appreciated. First off, with the information you did give me, I can tell you that you are actually, like I just described to you, where I was the Lover's card, you are actually the Wheel of Fortune, which is actually a pretty decent card. I haven't actually come across someone who was classified as this or labeled as such. Now, with the Wheel of Fortune, okay, so this basically you are a lucky person. You're flexible and you're able to benefit from change. All right, luck basically shines upon you. When things change around you, it always seems as if it's always for the better. You always seem to not only make it through the bad times, but to come out of it the better off in the end for yourself. To achieve your full potential, you may need to work on improving on your what we call your ability to predict and anticipate. Can't say that word. When things are changing, all right. So you might just need to open up and be more aware. But you're very good at determining those situations. So that you just need to work a little bit harder on predicting the time. You may have noticed already things are changing. You already can feel it, and you're already preparing yourself. You just got to keep your eyes a little bit more open, a little bit more in tune to yourself. Because you are the lucky card, it seems like whenever there is a crisis that you might feel like something's happening, in the end, you know the direction that you have to take to make it good on your side. Now, this is your birth. This is the information I got out of your date of birth. Now, with that said, this year, with your date of birth and the year that we're in, you are in this mode. You're in this mode right here, the Hierophant. Okay, so now this card is a time to live up to things, okay? Walking on water this year, okay, standards are high. Challenges are great, and nobody is satisfied with results, is what's going on right now in your life. Whatever was done must be done better than ever before, okay? Self-righteousness, so may elude the scene. So you just want to keep practicing what they preach, okay? When you're in public, when people around you in your life turn and look at you with that critical eye, you must be sure to live up to you must kind of live up to it, kind of take ownership, or take the opportunity to prove your self-worth. Take that opportunity. If you sense intervention of power outside of yourself, consider it a sign. For inspiration, I would suggest for inspiration for yourself, you need to take time for yourself. You need to kind of, perhaps enjoy the sauna, kind of gaze into the fire, just kind of sit back in the dark and just kind of do some self-reflecting on yourself, okay? Just kind of take the time for yourself to really, I guess, digest both sides of the situation, all right? So, all right, so Nicole is asking if Nicole, okay, so this is what Nicole is requesting. I'm what I am looking for. Well, I'm pretty content with who I am and where I am in life, but having been struggling with my love life lately, I think that is where I'm seeking the most guidance. So let's ask our guardians to see if we can give Nicole a message for her regarding her love life, please. Let's see if we can do that for her. By the kindness of our heart, with no ill bad attentions. You want to make sure it is all positive feedback with loving care. For I am the light. There we go. All right. 8 of Cups. All right. 8 of Cups. And let's just dig you out here and continue with that. So now we need to understand the trump side. We have the heart. We always have the light. We always have the bad. We have... There we go. All right. So we've got the Hermit card. So let's take a peek here and see what we can do for you. All right, so 8 of Cups. It looks like there is a woman here that was love commitment was very good. Eight of Cups is very good. 8 can also become a cycle where you have been in a relationship for a while, and perhaps maybe is what's happened is you have grown intelligently wise regarding this relationship. And it may be looking like perhaps you are walking away from a relationship because that's no longer the right fit anymore. It seems like whoever that other person was, it looks like perhaps whoever that other person was, hopefully my audio is working. My Bluetooth buds are going off and on here, so hopefully things are working. If not, I might have to redo this. But it looks like you're walking away. It looks like this is the Hermit as well. All right, so let's just take a little back at, I'll read you a little bit about this card in my actual book here that I have put together over time. And I'll just read you a piece of what they say here. So here you are, the Lover's card. So now in this particular spread itself, for a particular love question in general, is basically just a 2-type card situation. It doesn't require the full deck. Now the 8 of Cups. Let's see here. Oh, there we are. The 8 of Cups, and when it's intertwined with the Hermit card, okay. Okay, so this is the desire to play the field again. You know, you're brushing up on dating skills. Things are returned to the more even keel. Change a few of your ways. Someone wants to retreat to the wilderness. You're separate or single for a while. That's what this is here. The good old days and the sod again, the adjusting to the fact that things have changed. All right. So that is when this is coming up. All right. So you are seeking for that change. Obviously, that is very true. Surprisingly enough, because that was the question that you were asking. You were seeking about regarding your love life relationships, and it's kind of funky how it looks like maybe you did have a good relationship, but maybe not quite to what your expectations were. And hence, here is the single again. You want a new challenge. You're separating from that. And I can see that from these 2 cards, obviously, that you are walking away from that and you're ready for your new beginnings. So that is very good. Okay, so that gives me a little bit clarification that this is the true question that you are seeking for. But now we need to find out, is someone going to meet you on that pathway, right? We got to figure that out now. All right, so let's see what we can find out for you. In most of my videos, if you had an opportunity to review some of them below, you'll see there's a mix of some readings, some and some messages that were given out. You also find that probably some YouTube channel there videos are part of my diary. It's kind of an explanation of what I do and why I do it. As I mentioned and messaged you before, it gives me the great learning experiences for myself to improve my own education in different areas and different perspectives of other people in my life as well. This is why I love doing what I do, is because of that other perspective side. It helps me learn better of those type of people that I come across, and I can implement that into my work relationship and my work performance in my actual job that actually pays the bills. Some people say you can't shuffle this way, that way. It doesn't really matter, to be honestly, because your guardian angel, whatever energy source you use to provide you, for myself, I use my own energies. I only use these tarot cards most of the time just to have that visual aid for myself. I've learned over the years, my education system, I learn best with visual aids. But I am very gifted, I know that, in my own way, on how I can pull and use the earth energy around me and not have to go down and use any actual bad tools to provide the service that I do provide for my followers and friends. Some people may say, well, tarot cards kind of make that list. It depends. I do believe you should never accept tarot cards to pay for tarot cards from a complete stranger. I do believe that it should be given to you as a gift with good intentions. And that is why I use these guys the most. These were a gift to me from another reader who lived in Moose Jaw. I'm sure she has probably passed on because she was an elderly senior at the time when I did receive this as a gift from her. So if you are someone who is interested in getting into these type of tarot card readings, you have to be very careful with that, because there is bad people out there who would like to cause harm and kind of play with your head, and it can be more damaging than good. I don't do that. I prefer not to do that. And if you think I am doing that to you, please let me know so I can back off. All right, so with that all being said, let's see if we can find Nicole, if there is a relationship that is coming her way. So let's just keep on asking our guides to help us answer that question for her. Nicole's love relationship. Okay, let's take a look and see what we can pull. All right. So let's take a look. All right. So, okay. Well, first of all, okay. So I have the Queen of Wands, the Nine of Wands, the Eight of Pentacles, and the Three of Swords. Okay. And we got the High Priestess, the Ace of Cups, the Sun, the Six of Pentacles. Okay, so I'm just going to pull these out here a little bit more. Let's take a look and see what we can bring out and pull out of the cards. What can you tell me for Nicole? Okay. Okay, so, okay, I do see some things. Okay, so Guides, talk to me. What are we doing in here? Oh, Queen of Wands. Okay, so, okay, so I feel like what we're seeing here. Okay. Okay, all right. So just give me a moment. If you did get a chance to watch some of my videos, I just need some time to focus here and let my guides talk to me through these cards. So just bear with me. Sometimes it just kind of goes, and you might have to pause and rewind to get what I say, because sometimes I forget. It kind of just flows with me. Okay. So let's just give us a moment. All right. I appreciate that. All right. So. Okay, so I do see the Queen of Wands. It is warmth, creative, very personal. This is you at this time in your relationship. This is how you felt. This was you. This, you feel like maybe perhaps you were the lioness. You were the, the one, the beauty, the intelligence, right? The intelligence. You may even have a little fire, a little spunk underneath you, right? I see that you did get burned in a relationship. Your heart was broken, for sure. The relationship was a rocky one. 9 of Swords. In the past, I feel like perhaps this was someone that maybe you had met at work in this relationship. This is how you kind of came across paths. Now he could be out, or this could be the man who is just a hardworking type individual. All right, but I do feel like, yes, I feel like it did. That was that. Okay, so let's continue. Let's see what else can we see here. High Priestess. Okay, so you did take some time for yourself to recuperate. You did find another kind of first love moment, that high school first love crush moment where that heart is just so big. It's just like, oh my God, unreal. That first love that we get. All right, that's the Queen of Cups. It's so big, so huge. It's that heart that's just so filled so fast. It's almost like, oh, this is my soulmate feel, right? You get that feeling. And it was bright and sunny relationship. It seemed to work well. It's more of a give and take with type of relationship that you were trying to get. I feel like it was more on one side, though. Why do I want to say that? The Six of Pentacles is more about money. I feel like this is someone that it was a give and take situation, but perhaps someone was taking more than giving back. I feel like there's a plea in there, like how this man is begging, right? This guy's begging for the assistance. The worth, that self-worth that we're talking about here, earlier, as you are mentioned before, you are the Wheel of Fortune. So you are a very lucky person. In general, things are very, you're easy to, basically what you're able to do is you're able to, when things start to change around you, you're easy enough that you can see those changes happening and you shuffle your own goals and situations to balance those two out. You're very good at that. The projection levels may not be on high alert or on high key sense yet. You still need to work on that a bit more. To do that, the Queen of Pentacles. So it was, I feel like this fruitfulness and I think maybe perhaps you did have that. I'm just going to move these last four just kind of over to the side here. My table is not the biggest here. Page of Pentacles. Okay, so so you might have been in maybe the last year, actually, possibly. Um, you have been through a couple relationships where they didn't pan out the way you thought it was going to turn out for you. Um, but you know what? You hold your own. You hold your own pretty damn good, girl. Why do I see that? Because these women that keep popping up on the first line here, okay? You got the Queen of Wands, you got the High Priestess, you got the Queen of Pentacles. These are very good, high status, good on you type, that you know what you want. You didn't, that person or that bad experience that you went through didn't utter you of who you are and who you stood up for, if that makes sense. So you had a relationship with work. The reason I say work as well is because the Pentacles. Pentacles usually means money, the outer possessions of worth, of how we define ourselves of being worthy, in the workforce, in relationships. The things that we buy: a new car, a new house, a mortgage. But and it always seems like uh, you've been coming out of it. So out of this relationship, it made you into the High Priestess. Looks like you took a bite of that apple, right? The fruit of love, right? And it burned you. Whoops, pardon me. Oh, poor doggy. Um, that was really good. It also, uh, your emotions were high and good, and and you felt like, hey, you got both worlds here, right? You got the outer and you got the fruitfulness, plan out. But then there was another test where something happened in your relationship, and it again did not quite pan out the way that you thought it was going to turn out. But there is a Page of Pentacles out of this. And the Queen of Pentacles, a Page of Pentacles. Okay. And then a new world beginning. So this means like a reborn, a rebirth, a new beginning. With these two cards together, and this one walking away, I'm feeling like this. You must have a child in your life. For this relationship that you went through with this person, gave you the greatest gift, the child, a Page of Pentacles, the new beginnings, right? The new beginning here. So you're not pregnant from this relationship. I don't see that. I see it's a younger youth person here. So not an adult. I'm not someone who has the mindset to be on their own. So your child is not like a young adult or anything like that. It's younger. It's a world of new beginnings. It's the two of you of new beginnings. So let's go back a little bit here, and we're going to go to the Devil, and then 10 of Pentacles, 6 of Swords. Okay, so here, again, new beginnings, right? And it is the Death card. The Death card is never meaning to be a bad card. Some people are not aware of that, so I always like to mention that whenever this card pops up. So because you have a new world beginning happen, this is a new beginning for you, a new change of path. It will be a new family setting that you will be experiencing. The 6 of Swords. So this is sharp. It's your mind. This is when your mind is the most sharpest. So this is probably when things, like I said before, when you have to take some time for yourself, because I see this creativity burden on you. Wands for me is always fire. There's always that creativity, the side of things. Sometimes we go with that side of creativity aspect of ourselves, and we take on too much and it burns us out. The Six of Swords is mind is sharp. So you're not a dummy, right? What we would consider dummies, right? You're smart. You know what you want. You know what you're looking for. It's a little bit of emotional roller coaster ride for you in the past. Up here, the Nine of Swords. That was a rockier one. But this one here is more steady, Eddie. More in the right direction. Like you're standing there. You're confident. Regarding this relationship you've got or will be receiving. Sorry, no timeline on that one yet. So you have, how many relationships have you gone through? That really wasn't the question, so I'm not really going to answer that. I don't think it's really necessary. But we got Five of Cups, Queen of Pentacles, the Sun. So the sun was shining on you through that relationship. So you know what? That relationship was decent. Whoever the father is of this child, I think overall it was contentful. I do feel like that was your true love, that in that moment in time, because we can fall out of love. People do change. They change physically. They change of what their goals are in life. They change intelligently as time goes by, and they learn their mistakes and so forth. So, but you are okay with that. You're okay with the situation you are, where you are. You are okay with it, because, but you just gotta remember this. Okay, you're feeling burnt out, and maybe because you're being a single parent, or maybe just feeling burnt out because of the relationships that perhaps didn't work out the way you thought they were going to be. But I still see the Ten of Pentacles. I still see that happy family here. So you know what? It is not over yet. I have a feeling that, like I said earlier, you are a very lucky person, and you are very intuitive around your surroundings. You're able to pick up those cues. Maybe not as quickly as you wish you could have. And that's probably because you just everyday stuff kind of gets in the way of that sometimes. So don't feel bad. Don't put that self on your own shoulders. Don't do that, because really it doesn't. Sorry, it's a two-way street either way. So don't think it's all on your shoulders. All right, let that go. All right, take that time to let that go, please. So let's just continue on a little bit here. I just don't feel like I've quite really nailed everything that you are seeking here for some reason. Two of Swords, the Chariot, the Hangman. Okay, so we're kind of going from the stage. So this kind of burden here. All right, so then we are going. So here we've got the Hangman. Okay. All right, so what's this Hangman upside down? Okay, so I'm just going to double check this here. I believe it was upside down when I tried to lay it out. You might want to just rewind and just kind of take a look at that. For the fact that the Hangman is looking this way, he sees choices and a little confrontation, a little bit of protection here going on. All right. Now, and the eagle is looking that way. You're concentrating on this, and the eagle is looking beyond that. Okay, he's looking forward. Now, if it was this way, the eagle is looking back at these choices that you have to make, and you are still like an actual hangman, stuck on whatever this burden is to you. All right. So you need to overcome that. Now, if it was upright in this position, then I have to tell you that you need to overcome this burden that you're going through in order to continue on with the choices that are coming toward you. Okay. Now, if it was upside down, and I'm sorry, I didn't pay attention when I first laid down the cards. If this is the case, the eagle knows that you think you've already completed, you thought you had taken care of this burden on you, all right? And you're looking at your two choices, but the eagle is showing you you have not actually recovered that yet, all right? So you cannot see the next step coming forward you, okay? So you're going to have some choices here. All right, you're going to have some choices. You're going to have a couple choices come into light. There's going to be two of swords. So there is going to be a male figure and a female figure that seems to be like stopping you, right? Kind of like, now that choice, okay, they're trying to be protecting of you. And then these are usually your protectors. It could be a mother figure, it could be a spiritual, it could be a living person, someone you admire and look up to. That I cannot answer for you. That one you have to answer for yourself. But you've given two choices to make here. So the Chariot here, you got two directions you can go down. You got two paths to decide, the white or the dark, right? The good, bad, and ugly, right? We got all those little things, all right? So you have to decide that way. Now, obviously here, the card, the black horse here is looking towards the past, where the white horse is looking towards the future. So again, it's about paying attention to the cards and the situations in the cards themselves. All right, so you are looking towards the future. Okay, and these are your guardians. They're trying to direct you to that right path. All right, trying to give you the right direction to go on. So you got to listen to that inner gut feeling. All right, that yeah, now if you are spiritual, then we're talking about your energy, who you think your protectors are. You got to talk about your instincts, your instinct gut, and you are the Wheel of Fortune. So this should be a no-brainer situation for you because you are a lucky person and you're usually very good at seeing these information. Sometimes I wonder why I'm even doing the readings for you. All right, but I love that you did, because it gives me a great opportunity to go into this. Now so there is going to be an offering, Seven of Pentacles, so wealth. So whatever that wealth thing is for you during the circumstance. Now, self-worth, as I mentioned before in the earlier reading regarding who you are. Now, this could be actual money itself. It could be the acknowledgement. It could be a title. It could be even just thankful words. It could be a bouquet of flowers of showing appreciation. Whatever that self-worth that helps bring you back up to feel like it matters or you matter in that situation or in that relationship. Okay, so there is something coming your way. Okay, Lover's card. All right, so let's see. Okay, so that is coming your way. So we have the Death card, and it's upside down. We have the Lover's card, and we have the Knight of Cups upside down, and we have the Knight of Swords upside down. We have the twins here. Okay, so again, it's a choice. Death card means there is a new beginning, a new option, all right? Death is blocking you to go forward, all right? So, and you've got choices to make. Here's the Lover's card. All right. Like I said before earlier, I personally, for my own cards, I'm classified as the Lover's card. So perhaps this is the now. All right. The Knight of Cups. All right. It's upside down. It's heading in this direction. So perhaps the Knight of Cups and the Knight of Swords. Okay. So so let's just do a little bit more here. Emperor, the Magician, okay, and the Seven of Swords, okay. All right, so, okay, so the relationship, okay, so it's going to take some time. It will take some time. Oh, the Emperor, okay, so you're okay. You know what? Okay, so what else are we doing here? Sorry, let's just go a little further here. The Wheel of Fortune. Okay, so there you show up there at the end. Okay, so you're showing up here. Justice, the Three of Cups. Upside down, Two of Cups. Okay. All right. So you do not believe in where you're at. Or you don't believe my reading or something. There is a disconnect there. Because I see the Seven of Swords upside down. So you had some great ideas, but you took too much. I think you took too much on your shoulders again. Oh, wait, it's upside down. Okay, you're walking away with it. It's upside down. Okay. All right. The way I look at it, this is my perspective. This is what my energy is telling me to tell you. Is that this relationship that you had before, dear, you were greedy. You took more than what you really need to take out of there. I don't know what that was, but someone feels like you were greedy. I don't know why I want to say greedy. You had a sharp mind. So you had the right ideas, but you took a lot of those right ideas and you walked away with that. And because you did that, it caused this confrontation going on here. There was confrontation. The Emperor who sees all knows all. This is your guide. All right. This is the person. Someone in your life who feels like they're the magician. So they're the silent types. They're the quiet ones. They're the ones that will do things on their own time clock and not on our everyday time clock. He's very talented. He's probably crafted a few of his talents already. And that caused some deception. I want to say deception. And the Emperor saw it. The higher being person saw this, didn't like it. Sorry. Normally my cards are really nice and pleasant and wonderful. But I see that there's still learning and damage here in your life. The Two of Cups. You were tied up. All right, you felt like you were tied up. And perhaps you tied it up yourself because of all the like you had to for some reason. I don't know why I say that, but but you're not seeing your guardian angel over you. You feel like you're done. You feel like you're trapped. You're alone. You got one cup left of love. So your heart has been, it's not as plentiful as before. It's like it's been taken away from you. Pardon me, that love. It's been taken away or something. The Three of Cups, you've been trying to have support in your life here. Perhaps more harm than good in the past. Maybe perhaps my advice is more harm to you than it is now, because I am the Lover's card up here. That could be a possibility as well, but there's justice here, and there is still you. You are still who you are, and there is a new beginning coming out of it. But it's not happening this year. You're not going to feel content, at least this year. Sorry. I don't think anybody, one of us, is going to feel content this year. But, King of Swords. Okay, so how can we get her, her new beginning here? Okay, so you need to balance. You got to balance a few things in your house. Five of Wands. 7 of Cups. It's improving. Your love is improving. It is improving, but you need to clean up house. You need to take care of yourself a little bit more. There's other stuff going on. Maybe it's the child in your life, or it could be possibly you yourself. And that's why it's just not a good time right now for your relationship to really build up. The 7 of Cups, it is building, though. It will be building. The Page of Wands. So you are going to receive a message. You will be receiving a message. And it's going to cause a lot. Okay, strength. All right. So, okay, so we got Page of Cups. And then we got the Knight of Wands going in. And you also have the 4 of Cups. 4 of Cups could be harm, could be good. It could be your support. Your support group that you're in is helping, giving you advice, helping you. You see the 7 of Cups. You want that, right? You're pleading for that 7 of Cups, okay? But you're just not quite ready there yet. But the message is coming through to you now. You're finally starting to get it. You're starting to see it. And the Knight of Wands, and you're going to see more of that with your circle that you have built up regarding this. Your support is going to be here. You are going to need your strength to go forward. In order to do that, the King of Pentacles. But it's a good foundation start for you. Okay, so we have the Queen of Swords, the Star, and the 3 of Swords, and the New Moon. Okay. Queen of Swords. Okay, so what we are going to do here for you, dear, is, okay, so it is building. Okay, new beginnings are coming up. Okay, you need that strength. Once you do, you're going to be able to balance out the idea that you had achieved. And you got to remember to do your balancing of your emotions as well. Okay, it is definitely all about, it's a little bit colder. The emotions are a little bit colder, so maybe not quite as warm and fuzzy as you hoped. But you just got to remember to keep that balance, that sharpness, that poking stab, that outburst, that negativity, and flow out some of those emotions a little bit. It doesn't hurt to cry. to get some of it off of your chest a little bit. That's nice to do because that helps you feel that relief afterwards. And once you do that, your box of your inner self, of who you are, is going to start opening up more and more for you. And you're going to start to see the butterflies. You're going to start to see the light. You're just going to start to kind of see where that person's coming from, perhaps, that their side of perspective. Or you might just appreciate, come across to the realization of your reading, or just realize yourself that you just need to be a little bit more open with that person, that you want that relationship to continue on going forward in order to move from a 4-cup to a 10-cup or an 8-cup situation. 3 of Wands, creative ideas. Okay, you got a handful. Someone's feeling appreciated. So you have listened to that person, that emperor in your life, and they finally are giving you that appreciation of reward of self-worth. And the new moon. So the new moon, these are the talents we have. You got to be careful of what you say, how you say it, the inner self, outer self, inner thoughts. You need to be, you may even be very gifted yourself, that people might even look at you a little bit differently because they don't quite understand you, but appreciate that if you just continue to slowly open up your box to the people in your circle, that will all come to you very clearly. And here we go. There. So now, once you've done that, dear, then you're going into the 6 of Wands. So you're going to start to feel like accomplishment, something you've conquered, right? Some accomplishment. Now, we're talking about lovers. We're talking about relationships right now. So I find like you are going to finally feel that of yourself, and you're going to see that. And the 8 of Cups is, are you walking away from it now? Maybe not. Maybe now you're walking towards. I say you're walking towards because the 10 of Cups popped up right beside it. So once you go through this transition of yourself, the 8 of Cups, you are going to be walking towards that 10 of Cups commitment, like I had mentioned earlier. Didn't realize that they were going to pop out of the cards, though, for you. And the King of Cups. So the King of Cups. So someone who is like, well, there's a crowd there. Does that mean perhaps it's their sign? Who's a crowd? Right? Who is that? Who's the Scorpio or what have you? Right? Who would this guy be for you? Because it's telling me that this is the right one for you. This guy seems to be the right one. Same commitment. You're going to get it. You're going to get it. But, like I said, that has a lot of card readings there. So you definitely you are okay where you are. So you've obviously have, with all these cards I have read to you already, it tells me that just like how I got your information and told you you were the Wheel of Fortune card, that is, no wonders you've had so many cards in order for me to get to this level here for you, is because of your gifts as well, and you're learning through that. You just needed a little bit more of a oomph, a little bit more push in the right direction. And I guess perhaps maybe that's why you reached out to me. So you are on the right direction. Just remember what I said. This committed relationship that you want, you will receive it. Whatever that commitment is that you are looking for, you will receive that. And it will be from the 9 of Cups. It's definitely not going to be this year. Let me just see what I can tell you for that. How long of a period are we looking for? Well, I don't know. I've been tracking my readings to see their predictions when they come up, and when when someone reaches out to me and tells me, "Oh, thank you so much. Your cards were right. This happened to me here on this date." It gives me a timeline to realize when my predictions are starting to come to reality, to light for some. On most cases, it seems to be averaging out between a month to 6 weeks. I do feel like yours won't be really happening in 2020. I do feel like it is going to taper off into 2021. So we got one. Okay. So I'm thinking maybe in like 3 months. It's all with numbers, dear. How do you know that? It's all with numbers. Um, I want to lean towards more of 3 month period. Okay. I don't think you're going to come to light and recognize this until about 3 months into the new year or 3 months into the relationship. I have to say that. Six of Wands. So this is November. May will put you to 6. Yeah, let's leave it like that. Let's just say Mayish 2021. We'll just say maybe between, about a month to 6 weeks from you actually reading this reading, when you actually sit down and actually do the reading itself. Because it is all about in the moment when you actually click on the button to watch something, that all resonates at the same time. It's always about the moment in the now, okay? So I'm going to leave it like that. And I really hope that my audio did not mess up. So that will be your free reading. Now, if you would like another reading, that would be for service. I would like say, well, it all depends on the question and the difficulty of the question I try to pull off. But I do appreciate, say, $20 for my service. I think that's reasonable to ask for an individual reading like this. But this is your free reading, and I do offer free readings to anybody who refers a friend, and that friend has requested a reading. You will receive a free reading for doing so after I have completed the person that you had referred to me. I want to make sure my commitment with them first is done before going on to the next. And since you were referred by me from a follower, she has received a free reading from me. And my first initial readings are always usually free, because if it doesn't resonate with you, if it doesn't really stick with you, well, I don't want to waste your time. Some readers are good and connect to others than most. So if I didn't really resonate and connect with you as deeply as you had hoped, I can respect that. And that is just fine with me. But I would still love some feedback on what did, what didn't. If there's any confusion, I just like to learn. So there is your card reading. So yes, in the nutshell, there is someone coming your way in 2021. The relationship will be a committed relationship with you. I want to say that perhaps it won't really start off or kick off, or you won't quite notice it until maybe in 6 to 8 weeks, or around May-ish, spring type situation. But I do see that. And please feel free to like, comment, or subscribe to my channel or my Twitter account. My Twitter is Tam73. can always message me there and watch my tweets for any new weekly readings that I would do in general. I do once in a while pull out a general reading for my reviewers when things have quieted down for me for doing these readings pro bono, I guess you could say. And just remember, it's always out of the kindness of my heart. I never mean to do a reading that shows any negativity. And always remember, if there is negativity there, just remember, it's just a new challenge for you to conquer. And if you're strong enough, as most of us are, we can conquer those and continue our path. All right, God bless, love you, and thank you so much. I appreciate you reaching out to us. And my guides, thank you as well for your support.